So, you are Dave. Dave the Waterman.
Dave the Waterman.
And everybody knows you.
I guess they do.
Yeah, we've been driving around San Diego a little bit, and every place we went, people on the streets are waving at you and saying hello. So, and you're Dave with the one-eyed dog.
Dave with one-eyed Jack.
One-eyed Jack.
Right, he's my sidekick.
Okay, so tell me why you do this.
Well, I do it because about 14, 15 years ago, I worked for a shelter in St. Vincent de Paul.
Okay.
And I used to go home at night as a case manager. I'd see people laying under the bridge with nothing.
Right.
In the cold with no blankets. In the heat with no water. And one day I just thought, wait a minute, what am I doing? I need to, these people need something. And I gave a lady a bottle of water. I only had one, and she drank it down, and she was diabetic, and she went, oh my God. Oh, thank you, Jesus. I was about to die, and I went, bam, that's what people need, water. Within a 40-block areas here, or 30, or whatever you want to call it, there's no water fountains, and there's no bathroom.
Right.
And this woman was diabetic and 60 years old. And I thought, oh my God, people need water. I went up to 7-Eleven, bought half a case of water, and came back. Everybody under the bridge got up and wanted water. Right. So that's the water.
And here we are downtown, and I mean, there's people out on the streets all over. I mean, you know, we have people living in tents, and I mean, almost every block down here.
Every block.
And that's ridiculous. I guess San Diego is the third hot spot. Well, New York, Los Angeles, and then San Diego.
Yeah. And it's, I'll tell you what, I've been out here for almost 13 years.
Doing this?
Doing this.
Okay. Now, you could be retired, Dave. You could be hanging on the beach with your one-eyed Jack.
Oh, yeah. I'm on Social Security. I could be home watching Jerry Springer or something.
Yeah.
But I do this because I grew up in a very rough neighborhood in Detroit. My father was a mafia gangster. He was shot when I was 8.
Wow.
So I was in a series of boys' homes and detention homes. And I know what it's like to grow up like that. I then ended up with General Motors and Mercedes-Benz for 28 years.
Yeah.
So I know the ghetto and I know the meadow.
Then how did you get to be a case manager? How did that transition?
I had a heart attack and a stroke in the last Mercedes dealership that I ran in Los Angeles.
Okay.
And when I got out of there, I said, no more of that. I came to San Diego, heard about Father Joe, volunteered so I could get my foot in the door.
Right.
And then by the time I kept coming every day, they thought I worked there, so they made me a case manager.
Wow.
And then after I did that for 4 years, individually, meeting with people from the streets, who are homeless, obviously, and addicted, and conflicted, and psychologically impaired, and homeless, and all of the above. And I did that for a long time. What's up, my brother?
How you doing?
How you doing, babe? Good to see you, man. And I did that for a long time, and then I thought, wait a minute, a lot of these people, like this young lady here, they have are schizophrenic and they're so mentally challenged, they can't go into a shelter. They're not appropriate.
Right.
But they're people.
Right.
And so I said, no, I got to go to the streets and give people a bottle of water and a hug and some eye contact.
Yeah.
And I don't have a building. I don't want a building. I don't want to have a lot of people. I want to be able to just say hi to her and make her feel a little better.
And we've talked when we were walking through Smart and Final getting water.
Right.
You're not ending homelessness. You're just you're doing what you can to relieve somebody that's suffering. And both me are my heart breaks when I see these people that are so hurting on the street that I know no shelter or homeless service system will even let them in the front door, or any church will even let them in the front door. And it just breaks my heart.
And it's too bad. And I go to the city council practically every week to speak to them.
Yeah.
And I say to them, because I have to work them a little bit, how can we be, in all due respect, America's finest city when I have 6,000 homeless people on the streets?
Right.
And we have a $9 billion new library that just... See that library right there?
Yeah, oh yeah.
You got it, baby. Thank you again. See that library right there? $40 million is spent on a high-tech library that we don't need because we have 25 that are closed because they can't staff them. Now, why are we spending $40 million and I got 4,000 people out here?
Well, you brought up a good point. When we first met at the earlier today, you're telling me how you leveraged the mayor into keeping a tent shelter open for the veterans.
Exactly.
Could you briefly tell me about that?
Well, the tent is the vet tent. Historically, for the last 10, 11 years, they put it out in Midway and Rosecrans, away from here. 150 veterans. They leave it open for 3.5 months. And at the end of 3.5 months, which is in April, they tear the tent down. And the same dysfunctional vets, homeless vets, addicted, conflicted, go back to the streets.
Right.
Well, I saw that every year, and I thought, what are we doing? Number one, it's a tent. We're not animals. These guys fought for us in the war.
Right.
And now it's closing in April, and they go right back to the streets. So I got 4 or 5 of the veterans from out there. The tent was to close on the 8th day of April.
Right.
I got a guy inside City Hall who knows me and likes me. He set up a meeting with Mayor Billner. And an informal, somewhat meeting, but he didn't know what was happening. And we met in the lobby of the City Hall. And I brought all these guys in my homeless Hyundai right here. One of them with Agent Orange, the other with no leg, the other with no fingers.
Oh, jeez.
Another one was so schizophrenic. And he sat there. And I spoke with him, and they spoke with him for an hour. And I said, Mayor, to me, it's disgraceful that these men, within 48 hours, are going to be back on the street. And they fought for us.
So they kept it open year long. You made it happen. And then you've done some lobbying for bathrooms down here.
I have now 6 portable plastic bathrooms. And by the way, they've been graciously given for the most part by a man, the Diamond Corporation, that has these portable bathrooms.
Okay.
Because the city doesn't want plastic bathrooms.
Right.
I guess they don't understand that people, when they eat and drink, must relieve themselves.
Right. You got to go. And you got thousands of people out here.
Right.
I mean, there's literally people all over on the streets here.
There's 500 people a day that use those plastic bathrooms.
Oh my gosh.
Now that's when we took them out, I said, it's 500 pounds of defecation, everybody. He goes crazy when I talk to city council. But I tell him, I said, if you didn't have bathrooms up there and you're all drinking water, God bless you, and you're eating your sandwich, you'd go somewhere.
Well, do you consider yourself a homeless advocate?
Oh, I don't consider myself anybody other than somebody that cares about people who have very little and are hurting. And I'll advocate for anybody.
What would you say to other senior citizens out there that are, encourage them to do something, become the waterman?
No, actually,
the water person, the water woman.
This is kind of a strange deal because you can get hurt down here. There's some situations down here.
You've been stabbed twice, you told me.
Yeah.
It's not for everybody.
No, but what they can do is I need water. I need fresh water to put in that trunk. And I can't get any from the city.
So how do people support you?
Well, they really don't.
Well, do you have a website or someplace?
I used to, but then we had to shut it down because I didn't have the money to maintain.
Oh, geez. We got to work on getting you some love.
This young man here, he constantly is giving me...
he's great. He's amazing.
But I only have 2 or 3 people, and I'm on Social Security, and by the 20th of the month, I'm broke.
Well, I could talk to you forever. But we got to keep these videos short. And we're going to be spending the afternoon handing out some water. We're going to go to event tent and tag along with you. And it was good to meet you. And thanks for the interview.
Take this thing. You can.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, man. Hey, listen, thank you for doing what you're doing right here, because we'll get people from NBC and CBS and IBM and all that shit, and they come down. It gets lost in the mix. But you're coming right down here and doing it man to man and person to person. That means
good. Well, thank you.